It's your girl E. Just Evonne, let's talk for a while until I see you again. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I promise it's gonna be a vibe with your girl E. Just Evonne, let's talk. With your girl E. Just Evonne, let's talk.
What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl E, and you are right on time. How are you guys doing today? Okay, it's a lot going on, baby, and we're gonna have ourselves a good time talking about all the shenanigans and machinima that's going on up and through these streets. But before we do your girl a favor and hit the like button. I know it's a lot to ask right away, but guess what? It helps me out in the algorithm. And if you can help your girl out in the algorithm, why wouldn't you help me out in the algorithm? Okay? Now, I know you could have been anywhere, in these streets, but you chose to kick it with your girl. And so for that, I say thank you. You are so very well appreciated. Now, let's handle up a couple things. Let's get some stuff cleared up. I first of all would like to say thank you to all of the people that reached out to me. Y'all know your girl took a big L. My girl Cardi D went on to a better place, and I want to say I thank you guys so very much for sending me well wishes and condolences. It was greatly appreciated, and I took a little time off, and now I'm back for the business. Now, today, we are talking about what everybody else is talking about, honey, or what everybody in this sector has been talking about, and that is your girl, Miss Peach McIntyre, being knocked up with the eighth Bambolino. But to my subscribers and those that rock with your girl, I told y'all that, what, 2 weeks ago? And I told y'all, does a moose have knuckles? Y'all know what moose, they have big knuckles. And Peach is big pregnant, y'all. Along with that big bundle business she's selling, honey. And I wish her well on that. So if y'all want to go over there and y'all got money to donate to baby number 8, go on over there and buy the big bundle baby sale. That's what she should have called it, because that's what it is. But nevertheless, that's not my zhish, girl. I don't stop nobody's coin, so I'm not trying to stop her coin. If you guys are there for it and you're feeling valued and valuing what she's selling, knock yourself out, honey, because them kids need to be supported. But we knew over here that she was pregnant, honey. When she was falling out and in the car talking about, I got some news I really wasn't ready for, and I just gotta do blah blah blah, we knew you was pregnant, Beach. Honey, we've been to this, ain't no new rodeo for us real seasoned girls. We know when your stomach was sitting up and arcing out like that. And for the girls who said she just got a new bra, baby, ain't no bra good enough to make them titties or them boobies that used to go southward sit up and arc over. But that's something you learn from being in that position, honey. And that's good for you, honey. If you don't want to tell people you expecting a baby because you don't want to deal with all the shenanigans, I get it, honey. Because you got some real crazy folks on here talking about you, whether you know it or not, honey. And it's borderline obsession, okay? Now, I'm not obsessed with your Peach. I just want to give you some information that maybe that could help you out, and maybe a low level vibrational bullshit you be doing. Oh, excuse my French, y'all. It's too early to begin bringing y'all this type of conversation. But nevertheless, I wanted to say something because, honey, the streets are on fire. She doing what she do. Now, I told y'all, as a marketer myself, professionally, I've told y'all, Peach does very well at doing what she need to do to get what she need to get out of y'all. I'm not mad at that, because you guys are here for it. And the people that buy, they buy. Nobody's making them buy anything. But don't get on here these on these internet streets and act like somebody robbed you if you didn't do your due diligence. As an informed consumer, you're supposed to research anything you're getting ready to buy into. And after you did the research, if you still buy, no harm, no foul. There we go. But what I would like to talk about is my girl getting on the internet. I'm gonna do a quick little review on this video she did, and we gonna have a little conversation about it, okay? That's what's going down. Now, let me get to it.
I know for a lot of you, black women, especially black women that come from where I come from, which is low income, poverty, Section 8, public housing, HUD housing, tax credit, the hood. It is hard for you to understand that my husband is a stay at
Okay, so she's clearly talking to a certain demo, okay? Not us girls with 401ks and, stock options and things of that nature and cars paid off and homes, okay? She's not talking to you guys, right? She's talking to the girls who, need assistance from time to time, for who may need to have Uncle Sam be their baby daddy every now and again, which is what she used to do, right? She's saying her husband is a stay-at-home dad. Now, it's nothing wrong with having a stay-at-home dad, not at all, when they want to do it, right? The problem therein lies when he decides that he don't want to do it no more because he want to go push the buttons down at the casino or run in the street or go maybe do the roadways and you don't want him to. That's when all the chaos comes in, right? But us mature women know that men aren't very adaptive at being in a home as the main caregiver. Can they do it? Yes. Men can do a lot of things, right? But over time, do they grow tired of it? Yes, they do. Because they really weren't built for that, right? That whole nurturing aspect is naturally mostly in tune with the woman's nature to be able to nurture and have compassion and the patience to take care of kids. Can men do it? Yes. But do they over time grow tired? Yes. And when they grow tired, Sister Cat, let me tell you, honey, they will retaliate. So to Peach and all of the women that are out there that maybe can chime in on this, let them know that they will retaliate and they will seek refuge somewhere where they could be the king and treated like the man of the house and not the nanny, honey. I'm just trying to tell you. I wish you well with that, but I'm telling you, that cannot be a long-term situation because you may run into obstacles, okay? Now let's get going. This is only 4-minute video, honey.
home dad. But they exist. Even where we live, there are stay at home dads. We're currently in a position where I can make a lot of money and I like what I do, and so I go do it. At one point in our marriage, my husband wasn't helping. He was being lazy. He was battling an alcohol addiction. But at the current place in our life, my husband is 15 months sober from alcohol. We have finally come to accept the fact that it's okay that I'm the breadwinner right now, and he's a stay-at-home dad. Now, my husband has been working on his content. He said he's going to get back to getting into content creation. He's finally ready, so he will be making income. Well, he already made income, more income, very, very soon. He's monetized on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. His page is Everyday with Wood. But I want to know in the comments, what is
Good
wrong
for
with
him,
a black
y'all.
man
We gotta stop
being a
right here and
stay-at-home
take a
dad?
break and give Brother Wood some kudos that she said that he must have heard your auntie tell him to get out there and mumble and do some mumble bumble fuck videos, whatever, because the people is there for it. The man definitely knows how to clean, honey. Do some cleaning videos, and your girl told you to do some products. Do some products. The boy could really do well. He could do products. We could have Clorox. We could have wood seasoning. And hey, we'll be there for that. We would be there for that. It's all about marketing, honey. Don't be so selfish. Let the man have his products and let the man have his seasoning. Now, we know that may cause a problem for my girl Peach, because there's nothing worse than a man with options and a man with a little money in his pocket, because he may choose to do different things, right? So when the money start caking and he start growing money, he may not want to be a stay-at-home father anymore, okay? He may not want to do that, just like a lot of women. A lot of women get in positions and they are domestic engineers, right? And they're taking care of the homes and the children because they do have a love for it, because I had a love for it. But some women are there because they don't have any financial say so. They don't have any skills to go out and make money. But when they do make money, they make different choices. Therefore, they may not want to be in a home like that anymore. And Peach, you have to be careful that could be your situation. Don't put this out. I'm putting this out there because I don't want you to be blindsided. This man started making big money because, truth be told, in my opinion, I think Wood could potentially make more money than you on these YouTube streets. People would buy his cleaning products. They would buy his seasoning. They would watch what he's doing because he has a skill and a talent to show people how to do something. And he could definitely monetize that and have a great transaction rate, because you can't cheat me on my products, right? If they're doing what you say they're doing and you selling them, I got a tangible product. Hey, even trade. So, in my opinion, Wood has potential to make even more money than Peach because he does have gifted hands. He is excellent with the kids. That's great content for people to see, a man being able to handle that amount of children. He knows how to cook. He knows how to clean. So in my opinion, he has everything to be a YouTube superstar. Listen, people may not even care that you don't want to speak a lot. That's okay. That's your personality. So I'm thinking that Peach needs to really, really guard. She really needs to be mindful of what she's getting Wood in position to do. And in my opinion, I believe that she's always known this, and that's part of how she keeps him in the box, is him not having finances available for him to make different decisions. He's at the whim of whatever she puts down. So hey, be careful, Peach. When you empower people to make money and to make decisions, you empower them to be in control of what they want to do on their day-to-day. So that's good. I'm happy that he is getting ready to do content, and hopefully that opens up the door for him to do other things. Well, they babies, y'all need to be able to do that.
His wife doesn't have a problem and she's able to pay all of the bills. What is wrong with a black man being a stay-at-home dad? When I'm at work, he's taking the kids to Chuck E. Cheese, Busch Gardens, the zoo. He's cooking, keeping the house clean, etc. It was a struggle to get here because prior to this, society said a lot of things that bothered both of us. Society was acting like it was wrong for my husband to be a stay-at-home dad and he was less of a man. And we were both battling that same thought process, like, this is wrong, you should help more, you should do this. Now we've come to terms to accept my husband's role right now is to help with the kids, which is a big role, taking care of kids, especially our two youngest. He takes the kids to school, he picks kids up from school. He's doing an amazing job. My job is to earn as much money as possible to fund our life right now and our dreams.
I want to say this. I want to jump in real quick because a lot of people think that staying at home means just, this is basic. So it's levels to this, right? And those of us who understand it, we understand it, right? There are basic living needs: food, clothing, bathing, getting them to school. Those are basic things. Now, just because you fulfill the basics does not mean that you are necessarily a stellar parent. Okay? You are parenting at the basic level. But like I said, there are levels to it. Now, when you're dealing with children and you've noticed, well, it's your job to notice when they have deficiencies. Now we're talking about people that are at the, next level above basic, when they're just handling basic necessities. It is your job as the household engineer to understand what's happening with these children. And if you're working with them in their reading, their basic, skills, you will notice deficits. That's when the parent has to come in and supplement. You need to help them with writing, reading, identifying objects, getting them prepared to be successful, right? These are all things that you do when you are the stay-at-home parent. You got to make sure they're getting their teeth cleaned, take them to the dentist. You have to communicate with them. You can't just go stick them somewhere and turn on the television, because they're not going to learn how to communicate. They're not going to learn how to express themselves. They're going to become very detached, if you will. So you have to communicate with the child. You have to do enrichment programs with the child. You have to read to the children. Now that's going to be really hard because you have quite a few little kids. You're going to take time, bring them in, and literally put black and white print in front of them and read. That gets them used to hearing and looking at words. Phonics is very important, right? But that's on the next level above basic. Now, stellar parents, they do things like put them in even more activities, right? So past the resources of development, then you're talking about enrichment, where they go and they do things like ballet. They do things like what else? They do karate. They do all of those type of activities. They do sports. They do robotic engineering. They do a lot of different things to get them used to being able to juggle daily life things. Right? Right. That's what happens. So you have, when you're talking about being a stay-at-home dad or stay-at-home parent, these are things you need to think about. And although Chuck E. Cheese is fine, Busch Garden is cool, all of these things really only tend to, in my opinion, aid in attention deficits, right? That's why so many of our kids get diagnosed with things like ADD, or they have a difficult time understanding how to control their behavior, is because we give them too much stimuli. We overstimulate them. We give them pads and stuff, and the brain is being, developed around a lot of endorphins being dropped from all of the things that they're watching, that's sparking off, and those neurons that are forming and synapses that are forming in the brain are being conditioned to respond to things that have a lot of high levels of excitement, right? So when you're taking them to Busch Garden and they're getting those high levels of, adrenaline rushes and dopamines and all of these things, it's a certain level of reaction that you're gearing them for. They have to be entertained this way. So then when they go to school and it's very quiet and it's black and white print, and they have to sit there for 8 hours and focus, they don't have the focus, because you've trained the brain to only respond to high levels of dopamine rush and adrenaline rushes. So when that teacher's up there talking like Charlie Brown, womp, 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 that child is looking around, fidget, they're moving, they can't keep still, because they've been conditioned to have high levels of stimuli. Now, those of us who parent and take it seriously, we know that's not good. But for those of you that may be coming like Peach or from a mentality of not being exposed, you think you're doing your big one. Now, those things are just like candy and dessert. They're cool in moderation. You can't build a child or a diet around desserts. And so don't build your success rate around your children on basically giving them a whole lot of stimuli and not teaching them constraints. That's not good. So although it looks like a flex to people who may not have had resources, to people that have resources, we know we're setting our children up for failure. And I would hope that if you're taking it serious as a parent standing home, that you don't set your child up for failure with not teaching them the basics, not getting them used to being still and concentrating, not getting them used to reading. When they get ready to go to school, they're going to have a hard time. And the reason why communication is slow is because no one is really sitting down and having lengthy conversations with a child, in my opinion. Okay, well, I mean, she said her goal is to make as much money. She didn't say her goal was to have exceptional kids that were ready for this world. So in her defense, if that's their goal, it looks like they're moving straight forward. But in my opinion, as a mother of 3 and a seasoned and a little older, not a little, I'm old enough to be her mother. But as a woman that have seen a lot, that should not be the goal. It's a goal of survival, but it's not a goal of success. And so if you're trying to remedy or look at Peach for any type of success, young women out there, that's why I'm here to try to guard against some of the bad. So my goal is to give you contrast to some of the bad advice that I feel, in my opinion, that she's given to a lot of women that may not know any better. Now, for those of you who know, you know. But for those who don't, please do not think that that is the goal of child rearing. We have seen a lot of millionaires on television with a bunch of psychopaths. They've given them everything. They had no boundaries. The children felt like they were entitled to everything. And what did they do? Remember the Menendez boys? You saw what happened with them, right? So having money in a household does not equate to having successful children. What equates to having successful children are parents being intentional about what they're exposing their children to and the type of enrichment programs that they're instilling and value setting that they're doing in the home. Not how much money you can have by shaking your dump truck on the internet. But that ain't my business. I'm just here to let you know my views. But y'all, it is a beautiful day outside. And I'm going to go enjoy it, and I hope you do the same. And if you've stuck around this long, do your girl a favor. If you found anything I said useful, helpful, or just entertaining, hit the subscribe button because I like to see you around. And for those of you that are just hanging out in my bushes, hit the like button because I love to see you here, honey. And guess what? Nobody gonna know you did it. But until the next time, I am your girl E, and I am out.
It's your girl E, just Evonne, let's talk for a while until I see you again. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I promise it's gonna be a vibe with your girl E, just Evonne, let's talk.